A very good morning, dear students. Hello and welcome back for your science class. I'm your science teacher and I hope the things I am teaching you are clear to you. Well, we are on chapter number 3, Elements, Compounds and Chemical Equations.
In yesterday's video, we had a slight idea of how many electrons can accommodate in each shell of an atom. Like, again, this is the structure of an atom with nucleus at the center and electrons revolving around the nucleus in their shells. Shells named as K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell, and so. In yesterday's video, we had a clear idea that in each shell, only a fixed number of electrons can arrange or can accommodate. In yesterday's video, I gave you a general idea about this term electronic configuration, where electronic means electrons and configuration means arrangement. Hence, the arrangement of electrons in the shells of an atom is called electronic configuration, or how the electrons are arranged in different shells of an atom. That is its electronic configuration. It's very obvious and clear that each shell can hold only a fixed number of electrons in it. It's not like that कि infinite number of electrons can come in any shell. No, every shell has its capacity to hold maximum number of electrons in it. For example, like first shell, that is K shell, can hold up to 2 electrons maximum. Like this is K shell. So in this K shell, maximum 2 electrons can come. 1, 2, not more than 2 electrons. Then second shell, that is L shell, it can hold up to 8 electrons maximum. Like this is L shell. In this L shell, maximum number of electrons that can come is 8. 8 electrons can come. Now coming to third shell, M shell, it can hold up to 18 electrons maximum. M shell cannot hold more than 18 electrons in it. Moreover, yesterday I gave you a general idea to find the maximum number of electrons that any shell can hold, and the formula is 2n square, where n stands for nth shell, means put the number of shell and you get the maximum number of electrons that shell can hold. Today, let's try to understand the terms electronic configuration and valency. But before I introduce you this term valency, you should know, like everything needs stability in their life. You, me, or anyone else, we all need stability in life. Same way, atoms need stability. Atoms need to be stable. But how will an atom gain stability? To achieve stability, atoms need to completely fill their outermost shells. Yes, atoms become stable if its outermost shell are completely filled. So let's try understand with example. Like if in any atom K is the outermost shell, what is the maximum number of electrons that can accommodate in K shell? 2, right? 2. So if this K shell is filled with complete 2 numbers of electrons, then this atom will said to be like stable. Next, if in any atom L is the outermost shell, how many electrons can accommodate in L shell? 8, right? So if this L shell is filled with complete 8 number of electrons, then this atom will be said to be stable. Atoms are most stable when they have satisfied octet rule. When they have satisfied octet rule. Now what is octet rule? According to octet rule, an atom is complete or stable when its last shell has 8 electrons. Yes, according to octet rule, if any atom's last shell has complete 8 electrons, then the atom will be stable. Because this word octet, it means 8. To attain stability, or I can say to fill their outermost shells, atoms can lose the electrons or gain electrons. But they always prefer or follow that option where less energy is required. For example, if they have to lose less number of electrons than gaining, then they will prefer to lose the electrons instead of gaining. Well, now you came to know that for attaining stability, atoms they lose electrons or they gain electrons. Hence, the number of electrons donated, that is given or accepted by any atom to attain the stability or to attain the octet state is called its valency. Let's try to understand electronic configuration and valency of hydrogen atom. Like the hydrogen atom atomic number is 1, which means there is one electron present in hydrogen atom, and the atomic structure can be represented something like this: nucleus at the center and one electron revolving around the nucleus. But do you think this hydrogen atom is stable? No. For stability, it needs to fill its K shell with 2 electrons, right? Yes, if anyhow it gain one more electron, then it will have 2 electrons in its K shell. And now this atom is stable. As to attain the stability, this hydrogen atom needs 1 electron. It needs to gain 1 electron, so its valency is 1. And its electronic configuration can be written something like this: 1 electron in K shell and no other shell it has. Let's move to another element, helium. What is the atomic number of helium? 2, which means that the number of electrons present in helium atom is 2. And its structure can be something represented like this: nucleus at the center and 2 electrons revolving around the nucleus. Now, do you think this atom, helium atom, is stable? Yes, because its K shell is already filled with 2 electrons. So it has no need of gaining or losing any electron because its outermost shell is already filled. So helium atom is already stable. These type of atoms which are already stable, they do not take part in chemical reactions. Why will they take part in chemical reaction? Because they are already stable. They don't need any electron. They don't need to give out any electron. So they don't take part in chemical reactions. More examples of such elements I'll give you further. Next, lithium atom. Atomic number of lithium is 3, which means that it has 3 electrons in its atom. And the atomic structure of lithium atom can be represented something like this: nucleus, then 1, 2 and 3 electrons. Now let's try to understand its electronic configuration. Lithium atom has 3 electrons in it. Out of these 3 electrons, 2 electrons will accommodate in first shell, that is K shell. Remember that electrons in any atom do not occupy a new shell until all the inner shells are completely filled. So here, first inner shell, that is K shell, will be filled with 2 electrons, and the remaining 1 electron, it will go in L shell. So the electronic configuration of lithium atom can be written something like this: 2 electrons in K shell and 1 electron in L shell. Now let's try to understand its valency. There are 3 electrons in this lithium atom. In order to gain the stability or in order to fill its octet state, this L shell should be filled with 8 number of electrons, which means to attain the octet state, it needs 7 more electrons. And in gaining 7 more electrons, it needs lots and lots of energy. So now lithium has to find some better option where less energy is required. So it has better option. Instead of gaining 7 electrons which needs lots of energy, it can better lose its 1 electron which is present in L shell. Once it will lose this electron which is present in L shell, now the atom will be left with K as the outermost shell, which is already filled with 2 electrons. And in this state, the lithium atom will become stable. As lithium atom has to lose 1 electron so as to attain the stability, so the valency of lithium atom is 1. Because valency is that number of electron which any atom loses or gain so as to attain its stability. तो यहाँ पर lithium atom को 1 electron lose करना है to attain the stability. So its valency is 1. Hence we can say sometimes atoms gain electron and sometimes atoms they lose electron in order to attain stability. But they always prefer or follow that option where less energy is required. Now, about the electronic configuration and valency of few more elements or atom, we will read in next video.